Well, they contacted us, but I didn't feel ready. There was something inside, and even the thought of it made...
Early breakout, from talent show to recording contract. At age 14, in front of millions watching, Lucy Thomas made the moment the world first whispered her name, and it set a trajectory few expected. In 2018, the young singer from Wigan, Lancashire, stepped onto the stage of The Voice Kids UK and delivered a performance that turned heads. Her background is rooted in early musical training. Born on 21 February 2004, she began voice lessons and developed a classical crossover style that distinguished her from many peers. Following the show, she secured a deal with the label Cavendish Records and released her debut album premiere in early 2019. What is particularly notable is how she moved fast. Rather than treating the talent show appearance as a one-off, she used it as a springboard into serious recording, demonstrating maturity beyond her years. But her early momentum was just the opening act for a dramatic pivot in her career. Musical theater and big stage moves. Suddenly, Lucy Thomas wasn't just a recording artist. She was stepping into the spotlight of musical theater and live orchestras, shifting the narrative entirely. Following her early albums, she took on a major project, the upcoming musical titled Rosie the Musical, where she took the lead role and performed alongside full orchestras in iconic venues. This move represents not simply a stage performance, but a deliberate transition into live theatrical spectacle. According to her website, she performed songs from the show at the Theatre Royal Drury Lane with a 30-plus member orchestra. Such a step signals ambition beyond traditional pop or crossover albums. It positions her as a performer capable of commanding large theatrical and live formats. That shift opens fresh doors and sets the stage for her next chapter. Recent original music, stepping out of covers. For years, Lucy Thomas built her reputation on powerful covers and crossover renditions. Now she's stepping into original territory, and it matters. Her early releases focused heavily on musical theater themes, film soundtracks, and well-known songs, the type that showcases vocal skill. But more recently, she has begun releasing original singles and signaling a move toward mainstream pop, an important evolution in any artist's journey. She announced her first mainstream original single, Don't Walk Away, in early 2025, and her YouTube presence has surged, showing that her audience is responding. Her channel has amassed hundreds of millions of views and established her as one of the most popular young British crossover vocalists. What this means is that Lucy isn't just repeating what works, she's evolving. And that evolution raises the stakes for her next moves. Collaboration highlights the hidden engine. What if the real story isn't just what Lucy Thomas is doing, but who she's doing it with? Behind the scenes, her projects involve high-caliber orchestras, esteemed musical theater producers, and guest vocalists, all of which hint at collaborations that could elevate her to a new level. While no headline pop superstar features have yet been announced, the infrastructure is clearly in place. Major live stage productions, studio cast recordings, and orchestral backing. Her involvement in Rosie alone connects her with industry heavyweights and suggests a network ready to propel her into new territory. Fans are speculating that her next move could involve crossover collaborations bridging pop, theater, and viral streaming platforms. With the right partner, that could unlock a burst of exposure. What's next? Major moves on the horizon. The question now isn't whether Lucy Thomas will break through, but when and how dramatically she will. A significant date looms. The West End Gala performance of Rosie, scheduled for March 2026 at the Adelphi Theatre in London, which positions her firmly within elite live theater circles. This alone would mark a milestone. But beyond that, everything suggests she is gearing up for a pop album push, mainstream collaborations, and larger-scale live events including world-streamed concerts. Her trajectory reflects a strategy: evolve the brand, expand the audience, and shift from niche crossover singer to broadly marketed artist. If executed well, she could become one of the rare artists who bridges theater, pop, and digital streaming. What this means: Lucy Thomas began as a teenage singing phenomenon on a talent show, pivoted into musical theater, and is now poised to redefine herself in the pop landscape, and the implications are compelling. Her journey illustrates three key themes: evolution from covers to originals, scale from studio recordings to live theater, and strategy, the backstage networks of collaboration and production. If you had only seen the early young singer narrative, you may not recognize what's unfolding now. The big question remains: will she become the crossover star who transcends genre boundaries and reaches global mainstream success? Keep an eye on her next moves, because in a crowded market, she seems to be building something that could stand out.